Welcome to AccuPay's Reading Your Reports. We are excited about our new software partnership with iSoft. This training will show you how to read your payroll reports. We begin with the cash analysis report. This report is now called the Payroll Summary Report. You will be able to locate your total cost of payroll. This total will be broken down by live checks and ACH withdrawals. First, we have the total of live checks outlined for you. Next, we have the total ACH withdrawal outlined. The total ACH withdrawal includes the employee's direct deposits, total taxes, and the invoice. Finally, we have the total cost of payroll outlined. The total cash required for payroll includes the employee's live checks, direct deposits, total taxes, and your invoice. You will use this total to fund your payroll account. Next, we will look at the current tax liability report. This report has your tax breakdowns. We will start with the federal taxes. We see the employee and employer federal taxes for the current payroll. Next, we can see the total federal taxes for the month and for the quarter. Next is the total federal unemployment taxes for the current payroll, and for the month and for the quarter. After that is the total state taxes for the current payroll, for the month, and for the quarter. Next is the total state unemployment taxes for the current payroll, month, and quarter. And now we have the total local taxes for the current payroll, the current month, and the current quarter. And finally, we have the total tax liability for the current payroll, the month, and the quarter. This information will now be located on the Payroll Summary Report. We are on page 2 of our summary report, and we can see the total federal taxes for the current payroll, for the current month, for the quarter, and year to date. Next, we have the state and local taxes for your current payroll, along with the month and quarter and year-to-date amounts. After that, we have the total unemployment taxes. And finally, we have the total tax liability for your current payroll for the month, quarter, and the year. Now we will look at the current check register report. This report shows the employee's information. It lists their gross pay by earnings type. Each earning will be listed individually with their current and year-to-date amounts. The employee's tax breakdown is listed with current and year-to-date amounts as well. Their deductions are listed with current and year-to-date amounts. And lastly, their check or voucher number is listed along with their net pay. The new report is called the Payroll Register. You will see the same information on this payroll register. We start with the employee's information located at the top. Under each employee is their earnings listed by hours and dollar amounts, and listed is also their year-to-date hours and their year-to-date dollar amounts. Next, you will see the employee's taxes listed by tax type for current and year-to-date. Next, you will see the employee's deductions listed by individual deduction type with current deduction and year-to-date amounts. And finally, you will see the employee's gross pay, their net pay, if they have direct deposit, and their check or voucher number. Next, we will look at the current check reconciliation report. This report will now be called the check register. This report lists all live checks written for the current payroll. The new check register report will show you the employee's name, the check date, the check number, and the amount of their check. You will have a column on the far right-hand side to check mark the checks as they clear your bank account. At the bottom of this report is the total number of checks written along with the total dollar amount of those checks. Now we will look at the current deduction report. This report, listed by employee, shows the employee's name, their employee number, and their department, along with their individualized deductions listed. The new report is called the Deduction Register. This report also includes the employee's name, their employee number, and the department, and each of their deductions listed individually. You will see their current deductions, their month-to-date, quarter-to-date, and year-to-date deductions. Next, we will look at the department summary report. This report shows us the totals by department. This report lists the total earnings and hours. It shows the total employee and employer deductions and taxes, and total net pay for that department. It also shows us the monthly figures as well. The new report is called the Current Labor Allocation Summary Report. This report shows the totals by department. It also shows the current earnings and hours, the current deductions, and current employee and employer taxes. And now we will look at the Department Analysis Report. This report shows the totals for each employee by department. If an employee is paid out of multiple departments, they will be listed multiple times, once under each department that they are paid out of. This report will have the employees listed along with their hours, taxes, gross, and net pay. The new report is called the Current Labor Allocation Detail Report. This report is also listed by employee. It shows us the employee's gross and net pay. It shows us the employee's earnings by hours and by amounts. It will have their deductions listed individually along with the employee and employer taxes. Once again, if an employee is paid out of multiple departments, they will be listed on this report under each department that they are paid from. And now we come to the new invoice. Your fees will remain the same in the new software. If you see any major changes, please contact your payroll specialist. Your invoice will show you an itemized breakdown of your services. The total amount listed for the invoice is included in your total cost of payroll under the ACH withdrawal portion from your payroll summary report. And lastly, we will look at the current employee's check stub. The check stub includes the employee's name, the pay period's start and ending dates, along with the check date. The employee's earnings are listed out individually. The taxes are listed by tax type. We see their individualized deductions, along with their year-to-date amounts. We also see their check or voucher number and their net pay. The new check stub shows the same information. It shows the employee's name, the pay period start date and ending date, along with the check date. It lists their current payroll earnings under hours and dollars, and it also includes the year-to-date hours and their year-to-date dollars. It lists out their individualized taxes with the current and year-to-date amounts. We see the current and year-to-date deductions, and the check number with the gross and net pay. We have covered some of the common payroll reports in today's training. You may or may not have been receiving all of the reports that were covered. If you would like to receive a report that is not currently provided to you, please let us know. Our new software offers new and exciting features. If you would like to learn more about iSolved, or if you have any questions regarding your new reports, please contact your payroll specialist at 317-885-7600. And thank you for choosing AccuPay for your payroll needs.